Hi people, I'm sitting here in Charlatan, Belgium with Julie's haircut from Italy. I think it's best that we introduce themselves, so the band and also you as band member.
Hello, I'm Nicola and I play guitar in the band.
I'm Luca and I also play guitar and we both sing and I also play some synthesizers. We play a lot of stuff in the band and we're from the band Julie's Haircut, by the way.
Can you give a short biography of the band? And while you're talking, you can also talk about like direct influences of the band and indirect influences of the band.
As a band, we started 25 years ago, and in the beginning it was just me, Luca, and a girl who actually became my wife. And in the beginning she was the best player in the band. Then she quit after we had the first child, but this is another story. And so the band started 25 years ago. We had several musical influences, and depending on which kind of music we are listening to in different periods, we always listen to classic rock, alternative rock, psychedelic music, jazz, folk, blues, anything else. So there's really a lot of different styles which I think influenced us.
Yeah, that's true. We listen to any kind of music as long as it's good music.
So then maybe some words about the band name. So why you chose this band name? What's the reason behind it? Who chose it? What I have to know about it?
Well, the band name goes back a long time and there's a very long and interesting story about that. I'll try to be very brief about it. We had a friend from our hometown. By the way, we are from the northern part of Italy. The band was born in Sassuolo, which is a very small industrial town in the north part of Italy. Now some members of the band are from Reggio Emilia, some members are from Modena or stuff. But the story behind the name of the band comes from a friend of ours who, many years ago, he kind of disappeared. We didn't know where he was. And then after a few years, he came back to Italy. And we found out that he was working as a porn actor in England. And he made a movie that was called Julie's Haircut, you can look it up, where he played the part of a chauffeur, a barber for pubic hair. And Julie was the name of the main actress, and it was like his main goal in the movie was like doing her haircut, which was quite an intimate haircut, as you can imagine. And so this was a fascinating story, and we chose the name for that reason.
I see you're holding both the vinyls. Can you show them to the camera? And while you're showing them, one of you can talk about the recordings of these albums, and maybe you have new recordings coming, like audio recordings, either video coming out.
Okay, so this one is our new record, the last one. It is titled In the Silence Electric, and this is our proper last album, which came out for the British label Rocket Recordings, and this is our ninth record, yeah, and it has just been released.
Yeah, this one I'm holding instead this is a soundtrack to a silent movie. We were asked by the Cinema Museum of Italy to produce a new soundtrack to this film. It's called The Last Command. It's a film from 1928 from the director Josef von Sternberg, and it's a silent movie. It's very interesting. It's based between America and Russia during the Russian Revolution, and we were asked to produce a new soundtrack to it, and it was really fun to do. Quite demanding, but also fun. And this is a double album we produced with the music to the film. We played this live in some occasions. The live version is a bit longer. This is a more digested and listenable version of the soundtrack. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's been very fun to do because we had the chance to wander in genres that we don't usually go to for our usual albums. So it was a nice experiment to do that. And it just came out earlier this year. So, like in the 60s, guys, we made 2 albums in 1 year today.
Oh, very cool to hear you're so busy. You have done quite some albums, 11 albums, 10 albums, 11 albums, and so 2 albums now. Go back to the tour, because now it's the second tour date. Can you give maybe some expectations of the tour? How you're looking forward to the tour? Which venues, which countries are you looking mostly to?
Yeah, we started yesterday in France. We are tonight here in Ghent. We're very happy to be here. It's our 4th time, I guess, here in town. We really love this city, so we hope the show goes well. And tomorrow we're going to Paris, and then we're off to England, which is the main leg of the tour. We'll do, I think, 7 shows in England. So we're going up to Scotland in Glasgow, and then back down to Manchester, Leicester, Chester, Bristol, and we're closing the tour in London, and then we go back home and do all the Italian shows back home in Italy. So it's going to be a long run, but hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, to support you, I promise you to put this interview online for tomorrow. So that's why I wanted to have it in one take. It's an advantage for you at the beginning of the tour. It's an advantage for the organization here, and also for me. Then people going on my channel that are never on it gonna discover me also. Now the final question, the most hard one. Suppose you're on a desert island. You don't have internet. You don't have smartphones. No television. No radio. Only a record player on batteries, because it's a desert island, or a CD player. Which 3 CDs or which 3 vinyls would you each one of listen to?
Okay, I was thinking about this in the last minutes, but just one record comes to mind, and it's classical music, a piece by Richard Wagner. It's called Tristan and Isotta. I would love to have that record with me.
It's a very difficult question. I guess if I'm on a desert island, I would need some jazz. So if I had to pick one record, it's probably Miles Davis, something from him. Possibly Kind of Blue, maybe. And also I would need something to mellow me down, because I'm on a desert island, so probably Dylan would be too much, but I would bring something from Jackson Browne, maybe, like Late for the Sky, something to really mellow me down. And me too, I would need some classical music. Probably Wagner. Wagner is a good choice. I would go with something from The Ring. I guess probably Das Rheingold.
No other 2 albums you would take with you, or doesn't have to put?
Well, Miles Davis for me is good as well, and maybe Marvin Gaye, some stuff by him.
How can you live on a desert island?
Cool. So this was all for this interview. I thank you very much for giving it. It was done here at Charlatan in Ghent. For Jan Vervaeke YouTube, for Jan Vervaeke Foto and Film Facebook. So have a good tour. See you guys. Hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.